Hi, my name is Jeff Hewitt, General Manager here at Cullen Motors, and today we are talking about the 2025 Escalade ESV. So if you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, make sure you come down and see us here at Cullen Motors, 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines. Check us out. We've got a vehicle for you. Okay, so this is the 2025 Escalade ESV, and there's a couple of things that I'm going to deal with right off the top. The first thing you're going to notice is it's not black. And yes, it's true. A full 73% of what gets sold here in Ontario, and when it comes to Escalade, is black. Another 13% is white. So here we have, well, a rare beast. This one is in argent silver. It's kind of a medium gray. And actually, I think it looks stunning on this. This is a premium luxury trim. So that means we have bright trim accents, which go really, really well with the gray. Of course, we have the iconic front end of Escalade here. This is one of the last vehicles equipped with the multicolor badge in the front. Most everything else has gone to the new monochromatic look, but it does have the illuminated multicolored badge up front. Of course, we have all the LED lights. Everything that makes it Escalade up front just looks powerful and imposing, which is exactly what this vehicle is. This is equipped, of course, with the 6.2 liter V8. It does everything it's supposed to do. But let's get around the side and take a look and see what makes this particular Escalade special. So this is an ESV, so as you can see, it's got this massive space out back, and we're gonna get to that in a minute. But the first thing I wanna talk about is that this has been equipped with the touring package. So when you get the Sport Touring package, there's a few things you get in 2025. One of the most important of which is, of course, the power opening doors. So these doors can open just like this. All I did was touch the switch and the door opened fully, right? Same thing to close it, I just give it a little push and away it goes. These doors have a bunch of safety features built in. If you've seen my other Escalade videos, whether it's on the IQ or the Escalade Sport Platinum that we just recently did, it does have radars built into this door. Should there be an obstacle in the way, like a pole or another vehicle, and you go to open the door, of course, it senses me here. It's not going to go out and hit me, which is really a terrific safety feature. You can still pull the door open, you know, if you needed that little extra space and you weren't going to hit anything, but it's not going to hit anything on its own. And so that's probably the best part of it. The other thing that you'll notice is that this has the power boards on it. And being a premium luxury, it comes standard from the factory with fixed boards. The only way you can get the power boards is if you get the Sport Touring package, which I was just telling you about. So this is not quite like a full-on Platinum, but this is a premium luxury with a lot of those great features. Let's get to the back, and we'll start back there and we'll show you what you're really gaining when you get an ESV. So when you get an ESV, as opposed to a regular length Escalade, there's a couple of things that you gain. First and foremost, you gain cargo space. Matter of fact, you gain about 21 cubic feet of cargo space. And when you look in the back here, you immediately think, well, first of all, the third row is already down. Actually, it's not. The third row is up in this vehicle, and you have all this incredible cargo space. And so, you know, this is truly the vehicle if you're going to use the 7-passenger capacity on a regular basis. That's what this is designed to do. If you needed more space, you still have the power folding down third row seats that you can actually lower down and get a massive amount of space back here. You still look through, you still see there are 4 seats up front there, which makes this a cavernous interior. I don't know what you'd use this space for, but there's a lot of it. Let's take a look at the side and we'll see what else we gain when we get an ESV. So here we are getting into the second row, and as you can see, there is a huge amount of space back here in the second row. It is a premium luxury, so it's not a Platinum. We don't necessarily have all the screens back here. That is optional. You can add second row screens, but it's got this massive panoramic sunroof and all of this huge space. Now, what do you do with it? You're going to put people back here. And if you're going to enter the third row, there's 2 ways you can do it. And you know what? There's enough space in here. You could just run through the middle here and get to the back. But what's amazing is how easy it is to get there from outside the vehicle. On the side of the seat, pretty simple. We just pull that lever twice. Now you've got a really reasonable amount of space to get in here. So here I am. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm climbing it up and in. And I have a ton of space. Fold the seat back down and look what we got going on back here. Now, I can pull this seat all the way back to its original position, and I still have tons of leg room. Let me show you here real quick. So here's the second row all the way back. Look at me back here, I'm having a party, okay? I've got space back here. I'd have no problems being back here for hours. There's enough space. I've got cup holders, I've got ventilation. And oh, by the way, all the cargo's still back there. Remember I showed you all that space that's behind this row. This is what makes Escalade Escalade. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I took a lot of heat online for when I showed you the Platinum Onyx package with the executive second row seating. I said, I'm not even gonna bother trying to get back there. I said that for a reason because, well, quite frankly, it's hard to get back there. In this vehicle, if you're gonna ride with 7 passengers, this is the vehicle for you. Unbelievable, easy to operate. I wanna get out of here, I can do it all by myself. Very easy to use. Look at the space. Let's look up front. So the cool thing about the front of this vehicle and the power doors, I've shown you the power doors, you can control the power doors from the control center here. But my favorite thing is, you have to go into the settings to set this up. But if you want to close the driver door and you have all the settings for the power doors on, all you have to do is touch the brake pedal and this door closes. Pretty simple stuff, pretty slick. I can tell you from personal experience, it becomes a very natural thing to do. You get in, you hit the brake pedal, the door closes, nice and soft, nobody's slamming anything, really easy to utilize. Likewise, you roll up and you're picking up your significant other, they're coming to the vehicle, you can actually open and close the door from the command center here, so they don't even have to touch the handle, you can just open the door for them, they can get in, you can close the door for them. Chivalry's not dead, imagine that. But up front here, you've got 55 inches of curved display. This broken up into 3 sections. Basically, you've got your traditional vehicle, dashboard here for all intents and purposes. In the center here, you have all your typical infotainment for radio controls. And then you do have a third passenger screen, which the passenger can actually stream this video on if they wanted to watch it, so they can actually use that screen for their own entertainment. One of the cool things that Cadillac did about that, though, obviously they don't want distractive drivers, so they've formulated the screen in such a way that you can't actually see that screen from the driver position. Only the passenger can see the screen. So if you're driving, you're not gonna be over there watching what's happening on the screen. Everything else, pure Escalade inside. Beautifully finished. Obviously this is, we've got the black interior with the gray outside. All my favorite features, including the scroll dial for your controls. Really, really elegantly laid out. Love the white stitching, accent trim. Beautiful vehicle. ESVs aren't for everyone. I'm gonna be honest with you. They are very, very long. But if you need one, you need one. And this is the right vehicle for that. Just gotta love it. Amazing. So, Cadillac ESV Sport Touring Package with the power boards. Brian Cullen Motors, 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines. Come down and see us, take a look at this vehicle. We look forward to seeing you soon. Make sure you like and subscribe and check out our other Escalade videos online.